of like every year that I'm sick once a year. And then it was only about less than a year ago I decided to say, you know what, I'm not sick. I never get sick. And I haven't even joined the gym. I'm not on a health regime. I eat as healthy as possible as I like to believe. But at the same time, your mindset is a powerful.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another edition of Make a Habit Motivation. No, it's not night time. It's about 6:33 GMT UK time. Now, yesterday I talked to you about do not give up. Do not give up. Now I'm going to go straight into it. In the UK, we've got young people missing at the moment. And as you all know, if you listen to me, you watch my videos, you'll understand that I always mention the youth because they are the next generation. They're the ones who are going to be keeping the economy flowing, keeping things moving, keeping the action and reaction. But the point is, communication is key. Now you'll be like, well, what's that got to do with youth missing? Or maybe not. Maybe it went over your head. But what I've got to say to you is that I'm smiling, but the point is, we got data on, we got Wi-Fi off, communication. My phone is communicating right now. But we're going to talk communication on a lower level. It's not to that because people are not going to understand and you don't have the intelligence. I'm not mocking you. No. One, we're in an age where communication is so easy for us to do. We can communicate with young people. We can communicate with them really well. And as parents, the community, we have social media. What I have to say to you in regards to communication is that these young people, if they communicated really well, and their families, their friends and their loved ones communicated as well with them, they would not go missing. Now obviously the communication with the gang members is great. Now these gang members have the best of communication. They understand what it's like to communicate and engage with the young people. That their own parent doesn't understand how to engage with them. Now this communication thing is like, we're in a communication world. We're in the internet stage. We are communicating right now. I'm on live Facebook Live. And what I say to you is that, do you communicate effectively? I know I've made mistakes of not communicating, and every time I look at myself, I'm like, well, my missus will be like, yep, you're on the phone. And I'll be like, I'm not even acknowledging it. Now, it's a different type of on the phone, because in 2013, up to just about 3-4 months ago, I changed my whole life. And at the end of 2013, if you don't know and you don't know, then you do. Don't really make a difference, does it? But the point is, what I'm going to say to you in regards to this, I'm talking about gibberish and that, because it's early hours of the morning, I can make excuses and not communicate effectively. We have so much stuff that we do in life, and we're so busy. I was listening to T.D. Jakes, Bishop, motivational speaker, author, #1 bestseller. I ain't plugging him, but I have to pay dues to him. He's doing great things. You know, some people may not like him. In 2013, I had a lot to say about him, but I didn't really understand the gift that I had. And I have to understand he's gone through his journey to be where he's at, and he struggled just like us. Yes, he may be a multi-millionaire, but he understands what the struggle is, and on a different level. And when he was on a level that we were, depending on what level that is, because you could be on a higher level to me, apparently, words to speak, but we all vibrate on a different frequency. We all vibrate on the same frequency. No, we all vibrate on a different frequency. Now, I ain't gonna talk about frequencies today, but I will touch on it on another day. If these parents communicated effectively with their children, and they're not on the breakfast table on their phone, they may not be on the phone, they could be reading a newspaper, they could be talking to a friend, they could be talking and communicating really well with another child. But what I'm saying is, if their communication, and I don't mean to be upsetting anyone, but it's the fact, if their communication was really well, and it may not be intentional because they've got life, and life throws a lot of hurdles in the way, where you've got your job, so you've got to focus on your job, you've got to make sure that you have a job, because you think to yourself, if you don't have a job, you won't have your life, you won't have your family, you won't be able to feed your friends. Feed your friends. Some people do feed their friends. But no, feed your family, then your friends, whatever way it comes first. No, but the point is, it's like if we all knew how to communicate well, it would be no issues whatsoever. It's like when I thought to myself, like, communication, let me fix up my communication. So I start doing voice notes, and imagine this, after I've just spoken. Smiley faces. We communicate so lazy now. I mean, it's like you say 10 words and someone just puts up a thumb. How hard is it to just put a word in? Because you may not want to leave a comment, but imagine when you leave that comment, you could be saving a life yourself. The whole voice recording, the whole video, this Facebook Live motivational, make a habit motivation might not even be effective to some people, because it's not for everyone. That's the reason why. Motivational, personal development is such a high ranking pay rate. When people do it effectively and communicate effectively with their public, they generate mad income. Now, a lot of people be like, well, I've got time, it's too busy. I'm too busy for this life. Yes, you may be busy, but communication is the key. A lot of people complain and moan about stuff. In business, you need to communicate. You need to communicate effectively. You need to communicate on levels that you probably never thought of. You need to be able to communicate with your money. You need to have a good relationship with your money and communicate really well, knowing that when you spend your money's going to come back. Not be worrying that, oh, I don't know if I can spend that money. I don't know if I can do that. Now, communication is so valuable. This is the reason why relationships are breaking. This is the reason why businesses are collapsing, because they're not communicating. Are you communicating really well? Are you putting a thumb up to life and not really voicing your opinion? You're not putting action into what you are doing? Are you sitting around just moping around every day? If you don't communicate, it's all over for you. And the thing is, people think, oh, well, this guy's chatting rubbish, I don't need to communicate, I've got social media, I just put my calendar up and I send it to someone and I tell them, put their dates in and stuff. We are humans, we all love to talk, we all love to communicate in many different ways. And communication does not mean talking, communication means action. How you react to someone, hugging someone is a good way of communication. I heard about this blind boy that couldn't see, but he communicated with his room, his environment, that he started to make clicking sounds, echo sounds, where they vibrated off the walls and different objects within the room, and he was able to picture his whole environment like a dolphin would with echoes. You know, I'm not a zoologist, or so I don't know. Well, I'm not even giving myself the chance to actually learn all of that. But is it relevant to me? Are you doing stuff that's relevant in your life? Are you communicating with your loved ones, your family and your friends? When you go to work, when your employer tells you, yeah, you've done a great job, do you put a thumb up? Or do you speak and say thank you and appreciate the fact that they're communicating with you and they're letting you know that they're really happy with you? And for your young people, if children, well, no matter what age, if someone communicates with you, do you just put a thumb up? ... question mark? We're allowing technology to lower us and just to dumb us down. We're not using it effectively. We are communicating on a bigger scale than ever before in the history of this world, supposedly, but we are not communicating the best way we could. Now, I could ramble on about communication and go on about it and so forth, but I want to know, are you even communicating with yourself? Are you even putting the time in to do what's right for you? Are you continuing to make a habit out of your bad habits and not knocking out your good habits? If you watch my videos, you'll understand that I'm just chatting a load of rubbish. Are you continuing to make a habit out of your bad habits and not knocking out the bad habits? Or do you want to continue to make a habit out of your great habits and knock out the bad habits one by one and stay positive, productive and patient and believe, vision, achieve in God? What are you doing? People are like, whoa, always want to have something to say. And the funny thing is, I've got to go back to it. I'll be recording voice notes and I'm doing it in a way that I'm like, well, I feel that I don't like it. And if you don't like something, be the change that you would like to see. Lead by example. Communication is the key. And I don't really think to myself, when I think about it, in school they didn't really talk too much about communication. And communication is so important. Communication is just as important as thinking. A healthy mind needs to communicate. When you communicate, it makes a difference. When you're communicating with the world around you, you're communicating with frequencies, vibrations. My feet is communicating with the ground when I'm walking. You may not see my feet, but my feet is communicating with the ground. Right round me right now, the plane is up in the sky communicating with the sky. Frequencies, vibrations, radios, signals, Bluetooth, microwave. There's all different forms of communication. Now, I can bore you with communication, but what I'm going to say to you, and hopefully if it does make a mark on you and change your day to day, communicate effectively. Now, when I say communicate effectively, don't communicate stuff that you wouldn't want to see or hear. I mean, yes, sad stuff happens and we need to deal with it. It's no point getting yourself stressed, because all it does is make you ill. If stress was so great, then people will go into hospitals and go stressing out the patients and go upsetting their day. You need to smile more. You need to be happy about life. You need to wake up in the morning and know this is what you want to do. If you wake up in the morning and you're running a business and you're not happy, you ain't doing something right. You ain't communicating with yourself, and you certainly ain't communicating with your employees, your business, your team, your family, your friends. Something down the line, your communication ties is broken down. So one thing today, what you need to do is communicate. Now, I've put out there the Make a Habit Challenge, and people are like, what's the Make a Habit Challenge? It's funny enough, not a lot of people seem to know what the Make a Habit Challenge is. Well, the Make a Habit Challenge is simple. You can do anything you want to do, but just make it effective and communicate. So if you're running a charity, you're doing great things, and you want to get the word out there, just use the hashtag Make a Habit Challenge, film yourself doing it, upload it to YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. A lot of them are all jumping on it with the videos and stuff. Even Wow, upload your video to Wow and show what you're doing, and hashtag Make a Habit Challenge. That is it. And then once you've done your challenge and you've done what you're saying, you just nominate someone else. Just start, like, just nominate someone else. Nominate someone else. Now, in this video, or yesterday's video, I already nominated someone. But you could do as many videos as you want and nominate someone else. So I'm going to nominate Damien Love. Damien Love, I nominate you to do a Make a Habit Challenge. Yes, I said it. I nominate you, Damien Love, to do a Make a Habit Challenge. And for those of you that are watching this video and you want exclusive content and you want to communicate effectively and you want to go on social media and socialize with people, not socialize with dead links and people putting thumbs up and ignoring your messages and blocking you because they don't want to communicate, but then they want to, I have to start understand that. In life, do you walk around and you just, imagine what a sad life it would be. Make sure that even if you don't comment on this video, which I would appreciate if you did comment on this video, comment knowing, and no, don't have to be reams and reams of writing, but comment knowing that you're actually going to generate some love, some happiness, some people are going to really appreciate the comment that you leave. Just say what you're doing in life and how you're communicating effectively. What is going on in your life that could benefit other people, that could benefit the world. A lot of people talk but don't realize they have the ability to be a motivational speaker, and they don't even know it. And then the ones that do don't think they don't have the confidence and think in regards to delivery, and they're asking for help. And you know what? We all need help in life. We all need help in some kind of a way. But yes, the Make a Habit Challenge is simple, it's effective. It's just my way of saying, look, let's show how easy we can spread positivity. So it's the Make a Habit Challenge. Hashtag is there, the links is there. I don't want to bore you so much text and reading, because you know, a lot of people just don't seem to want to learn anymore and educate others. But what I will say to you is continue to make a habit out your great habits and knock out your bad habits one by one. Remember, we've got smartphones, technology, and there's loads of stuff to destroy everything around us in regards to communicating, because we're too busy doing other stuff. But I want to say to you, and what I'm going to leave you with, after listening to Sean Antonio yesterday in the True Legacy Boiler Room, if you want to know more, leave a comment, I'll get at you. In the True Legacy Boiler Room, he said, on the conference call, Zoom conference call, he said that He said some stuff about life, basically, put it that way. He said to have an attitude, a yes kind of attitude to life, and just get on with life and deal with the hard stuff first before the easy stuff. And I do that all the time, and it's nice to hear someone on the same frequency as me, talking on the same kind of level, and it's really appreciated. So shout out to Damien Love for making that happen, you know, communicating effectively and getting that done, you know, because if there was no communication there, the people wouldn't have even joined, no one would know about it. So you got to do what you need to do to communicate effectively your brand. The logos, the advertising is key to success, or key to continued success, because once you know what you are doing, that is success right there. And then when you just keep on moving, being consistent, do not give up, you know, have no fear, eliminate fear, and the impossible becomes possible. More and more we're getting technology coming out, and then everyone's like, oh wow, but we could do so much, because the person who created that eliminated fear. So what I've got to say to you, are you hungry for life, or are you on a diet? Let me repeat that. Are you hungry for life, or are you on a diet? Because trust me, I ain't on no diet whatsoever. I'm hungry. I'm living my life. I am hungry. I'm hungry for knowledge. I'm hungry to make a difference in this world. I'm hungry because I do not want to go out without leaving a crazy legacy. Yeah? I want to leave my family something to look at, rather than be thinking, oh, he's not here no more. I want to make a difference. I am making a difference. Change your language, change your surroundings, change your habits. Everything around you changes and evolves around you differently. So you got to continue to make a habit out of your great habits and knock out your bad habits one by one. Stay positive, productive and patient, and believe, vision, achieving God. Make a habit. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll be uploading my videos up there. You know, we like to overcomplicate life, and life, we don't need to overcomplicate life, you know. Be happy, treat people how you would like to be treated. If you see a post and you like it, don't just put a thumb up on it for social media. If you see someone you like and you see they're doing great stuff, don't just say, you know, don't just walk past them and not let them know. Tell them. If more of us do this, then it wouldn't come across in such a dirty kind of way, like, oh, we're flirting with someone. If more of us were being nice to people, the world could be a better place. And I'm not saying the world is ever going to be 100% better. It never will be, but why not make a difference? Even if you're just touching on one love, one soul, one heart, one person. One life is better than no life. Repeat it. One life is better than no life. One life is better than no life. When I did these talks, and when I was actually thinking about this, I was doing quotes, I was writing, I was thinking to myself, only when I get my bestseller, I'm going to do these videos. Only when I've built up so much volume that everyone knows my name. Well, everyone's not going to ever know my name, but once everyone, well, the majority would be lovely if the whole world, but the whole world's never going to know you. The world is so big. You know, I mention certain people and they're like, who? Who did you say? So that just shows you how the world is. It's big. There's room for everyone. There's room for you to be a difference in this world. There's room for you to make a difference in this world. I love all of you, each and every one of you, for you being you, and for you just keeping it moving and being the family person, orientated person, and taking care of your family, loving your family. You know, I got to shout out Chris Richards, because this guy is phenomenal. And I don't understand why he isn't doing he's not doing the best he can do. And maybe he is doing the best he can do, but he is phenomenal. If you have not heard of, put your link up, Chris. Just put your about, Chris, man. Let people know what you do. It's all good me talking about you, but what do you do, Chris? I'm sure that is the Chris I'm thinking of. This guy has 2 jobs. 2 jobs. I'm talking in the rain. Just for the fact that Chris is now online. I'm talking in the rain. I'm passionate about it. It empowers me to see people doing great stuff in this world. And he has got an ice cream van like no other. An ice cream van like no other. So, Chris, if you're still there, or when you're watching this video back, leave your comments, you know, and let people know exactly what you do. You know? He's changed the industry without realizing. He's modernized it. He's made it refreshing. He not only does ice cream, he does healthy juices, squashes and stuff, not just ice cream. I'm gonna have to speed over. Oh, my phone, happily enough, is communicating very well, you know. Chris, man, Help me out. It's ice cream, ice cream, ice cream, ice cream. What is the ice cream? What is your company called? It's the ice. My mind is literally just like, I'll put the links in myself if Chris doesn't. But he's doing good stuff, man, and we got to do good stuff back. Good morning, all. Morning. See, it don't take much to say good morning to people and put a smile on their faces. It does not take much at all. You know, you got to just do what you would like to see in the world and just treat everyone how you would like to be treated. Good morning. Good morning. So, you know, so that's what it is, people. It's a simple. You know, and no one's perfect. No one is perfect. Like, I was just about to shout out his business, and I'm thinking to myself, well, what could the name be? When I look at the van just has presence, and I didn't even think to myself how much effort he put into it. And I'm still talking about Chris, you know, and I was like, what is it called? Has it got some kind of like normal ice cream van name? No, it's called the Ice Unit, and it's got a TV screen on the top. You know, it's doing big things, and I'm all about no segregation, but education. It's a black-run business, and it is amazing. It's a phenomenal business, and Chris, I know Chris really could benefit from being on WOW, but he probably don't even know about WOW. I've mentioned it to him, but it's up to him if he wants to be on it. It may not be for him. Just in life, not everything we do in life is for everyone. I get up in the morning early, still yawning. I was like, do I need to brush my teeth? Are they gonna smell my breath? Probably not, but I feel the need to brush my teeth. I feel the need to feel fresh and clean, but that's not for everyone. Some people don't like to wash. Some people don't like to talk. Everyone communicates differently, but what you do need to know is that if you want to be social and you want to communicate and you want people to, you got to give out much more. Just give out. Just keep giving. There's no, like, giving does not need to be money. We can give out our skills. We can give out our opinion, and people need to like. If you want to continue to be successful, you've got to understand to take criticism, constructive criticism, positive criticism. It's all love. Now, I continually put my videos out, and I just have to do it. I love to do it. It's my passion. God gave me a voice, I'm going to speak. God gave me a voice, so I am going to speak, because the tongue is more mighty than the sword. What did I say? The tongue is more mighty than the sword. I can write 1,000,000 books, but I'll prefer to talk. If you ask me to write a book or talk, what would I do first? I'm going to talk. Imagine this, and think about it this. If talking was not so important, if communication wasn't so important, why is it every single business is forever communicating with us in whatever kind of way? From their branding, to their logos, to the clothes that the people wear, to the way they behave. They're communicating. From the taste of the food, they're communicating. Now, this communication on so many different levels. I am not at the moment an expert in communication. Or am I an expert in communication? So many different ways for us to communicate. So when you're seeing your loved ones and they're going through heartache and struggle and pain, and you're just there leaving a like or sad face or a little comment on there, reach out to them, call them. You can make the difference. Don't rely on the media. Do not rely on the government. Us as a community around the world, let's get together. And no, we're not going to all hold hands, because we don't all like to communicate with each other. We're not going to all love what everyone does, but we can appreciate the fact that they're living and they're a human being, and there's so much more we can give to the people. So when you see this video, share it. See the response it gets on your page, share it. You don't even have to share it online. Just show it on your phone, you know? Send it by email, communicate. We've got so many effective ways of communication, and the main one is voice. Speaking. Did you know the #1 way of selling is what? Word of mouth. Listen. Word of mouth. Word of mouth is the most powerful form of selling. That's what makes businesses be businesses. That's what makes businesses be global businesses that take over. Word of mouth. If you love and you've got such an interaction with the business that well, let's put it this way. You've got an interaction with the brand, you love the brand. Now let's think of it like Tesla. Tesla's great, isn't it? It's electronic, you know, self-driven cars. And they've been doing their thing. And they've been doing it so effectively, communicating that they've put out and they've communicated on a mass scale. That's why their cars are worth a certain amount of money. But they've communicated so well, they didn't even listen to anyone else. They just, well, they may have not. I don't know them personally. But they've communicated so well that now all cars are now using a Tesla format. The Tesla blueprint. Because when I was talking to a mechanic in the AA and I was asking him, you know, he was like, you know, my next car's going to be a Tesla. Oh, don't wait for Tesla. German cars are now doing self-drive. I said, what? So you never know how effective you can be in life with your communication. I didn't even know, like when I put these videos out, I'm just talking. It's just coming from the top of my head. I'm just talking about stuff. You know, I've learned a lot. I've read a lot of books. Well, I could read a lot more books. I've watched a lot. I listen to voice recordings when I'm out and about. Maybe not so much with the family because they don't really want to be hearing people shouting and screaming about how motivated they are, how empowered they are. I mean, to me, it's like, it's food. I love it. It's so healthy. And you know, the thing is, like, I want to say it because I know people that personally know me are going to watch this and be like, is this guy sending shots at me? No, I'm not sending shots at you, because the funny thing is, you may not communicate with me online, but you communicate by phone. So shout out to people that know me and they communicate so effectively. You may not even like my post or share my post, but you communicate with me on a bigger scale. You know, we meet, we eat, we play games, we have fun, we talk. I see you at work, I see you in the office, I see you on the road, but you show love. You may not communicate with me online, but you communicate with me in the real world. So communication is so important. You have to communicate, because if you didn't communicate, you wouldn't have no friends, you wouldn't have no family, your children never would have happened because you didn't even communicate. So that's what I've got to say. I ain't going to ramble on any more further than this one. I've got to say, continue to make a habit out of your great habits and look at your bad habits one by one. Stay positive, productive and patient. And keep smiling no matter what your teeth look like. Don't be fooled by the media and what they portray, because not everyone's teeth is straight and clean, shine and white. A teeth ain't even supposed to be white. I love my teeth. I love them, and you gotta love you. When you look in the mirror, you gotta love you. Tomorrow is gonna be about you. Yes, I said it's gonna be about you. I wanna talk about you looking in the mirror. What do you see when you look in the mirror? It's been a pleasure to have you. It's always fun. I'm always smiling as much as possible. 99% I'm smiling. Even when someone upsets me, I just keep smiling. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know that they're upsetting me, and I'm to a certain degree, and I want to allow them to. Maybe a little touch. Good morning. See, that's just a nod, but he effectively communicated. Good morning to you all. Good night. Have fun. Enjoy what you do. Enjoy the journey. Don't focus on the destination, because if you do, it may be great, it may not be, but the point is, you just got to focus on the journey. Enjoy everything you do. Don't put that away, having fun and enjoying life, because life is about enjoying your life, breathing, enjoying, communicating, having fun with your friends and family, you know? So yeah, I'm going to say, continue to make a habit out of your great habits, knock out your bad habits, one by one. Stay positive, productive and patient. Make a habit, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll be uploading I'm going to say it to you now. I'm going to be uploading, when I reach 100 subscribers, I'm going to be uploading my bloopers. Because when I first started doing it, I didn't know that I didn't even think to do live, because I didn't really trust myself on camera. And if you look back at my videos, you'll see the progress, the progression that I have done. I've learned from people telling me to hold my camera a certain way, to look into the camera, you know, and it's appreciated. It didn't cost too much for them to communicate with me on that level, and I appreciate you all for doing that. Even the ones that dislike my stuff and block me, I appreciate you, because it makes me rethink on how I'm doing stuff, and I continue to do the same thing, but I rethink on how to do the delivery. We're not going to please everyone in life, but there's no harm in actually going out and doing it, not trying, doing what you need to do. So for that, continue to make a habit out of your great habits, knock out your bad habits one by one. Stay positive, productive and patient, and believe, vision, achieve. Stay positive, productive and patient, and make a habit. 1. Make sure you share the video. any way you can. And if you've watched the video, you'll understand where I'm coming from. Make sure you leave a comment. It's always love. And don't just comment in a way that it's just, oh yeah, great video, good morning. Good morning. Say how you're going to communicate. Say what you do in life. Leave your links if you want to leave your links. I ain't gonna, that's fine with me if you want to do it. It's fine. I'm happy for you to communicate like that. But don't just leave a link. Say more. Say what you do. Say what makes you tick, what keeps you happy. Look, it's daylight, people. See, it's not nighttime I do my recordings, it's in the morning. Yeah? So that's what it is. I'll be doing another Make a Habit motivation, and it'll be about you. Who's going to take up the Make a Habit challenge? Leave a comment, do the video, watch the video, learn about it, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Google me. Thank you for having me. 1.
You can do it. It can happen. So go out there and do what's necessary to be the person you've always wanted to be. Stop following other people and watching what they're doing and how long it's taken for them to do what they've achieved. Focus on you. They may have taken 6 years, 6 months, 6 days. You could do it today. It really doesn't matter when it happens. It's just the point of when you put the pen point down on a piece of paper and you start writing down exactly what you want to do, what you want to achieve. You start putting your to-do list together on a day-to-day basis, and then everything you want to achieve today, the week, the month, the year. Start the year right. No time? No one has time. Everyone has exactly the same amount of time, 24 hours. I know I said no one has time, but a lot of people keep saying they don't have time. But what are you doing with your time? Are you using it effectively? Are you using it to add value to you, or are you using it to devalue you? That's something to think about right now. Continue to make a habit out of your great habits and knock out the bad habits one by one. Make sure you plant the seed, you water it, you give it some sunlight, you give it what's necessary. If you need to add some food to it to make sure it grows, you know, the little plant food and that, then by all means do so. Do so. Yeah? And remember to be positive, productive, and patient, and believe, vision, achieve. Remember to be consistent, committed, and confident. Remembering that whatever you want to do in your life, you can achieve it, but you have to be confident, you have to be consistent, and you have